My name is Michael Fay. I'm the Director of Winemaking and Viticulture at Domaine Serene, and I thought I'd just share a little backstory on what got me into wine and what led me to Domaine Serene. So I got into wine through the restaurant industry like a lot of people did, and really fell in love with Oregon Pinot Noir specifically, and I just decided that I was going to uproot, go back to California, enroll in school, and work in the wine industry. So after working on the Central Coast for about 13 years, I had the opportunity to become the head winemaker at Goldeneye Winery, which is up in the Anderson Valley, which is part of Mendocino County. And that was my first experience running a whole operation of 250 acres of premium Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, running it myself with a viticulture team, and really getting into the experience of making world-class wines. So how I got here to Domaine Serene was Ryan Harris, the president of Domaine Serene, and I worked together at Jackson Family Wines for a while when I was at Cambria. And so he knew of me, and when I reached out showing interest in the position, he contacted me pretty quickly and really just felt like there was an automatic fit. It was a great feeling. Went back home to California, and about a week later got called back up to come and meet Ken and Grace. And that was like meeting, that was like meeting the members of Nirvana for me. It's like the rock stars of the wine world. They just have passion that I think I have in myself and in making wine. So it felt like a just amazing fit, and somehow I got lucky enough to get the gig. We're starting to see some kind of pink leaves pushing a little bit. We'll see some green leaves next week, and that will be officially what we call bud break. So we'll get a little bit earlier of a vintage, probably start sometime in August as opposed to September, at least with sparkling wine. So pretty exciting times here that we're starting to see the first year's growth, and going to be moving into the 2020 vintage. So 2017 is always going to be a special vintage for me. It was my first vintage at Domaine Serene. It was just a classic vintage for cool climate varieties, which is what we're known for. Pinot Noir and Chardonnay from 2017 are just amazing, with great tension, concentration, depth. Wow, this is just classic 2017 Pinot Noir, very elegant, very great texture, and very Yamhill Cuvée-like. So lots of red fruit, lots of just silky tannins. But there is a little bit more spice in this vintage, and more kind of a unique character of earth, and both kind of little savory elements to it. So a lot of people might not know where the name Yamhill Cuvée came from, but it actually originated before there was even a Yamhill Carlton district. So all of Domaine Serene's vineyards, which we have vineyards in Dundee Hills, Eola Amity Hills, and our newest one in Yamhill Carlton, are planted in the northern Willamette Valley, which are all inside of the county Yamhill. So the name Yamhill Cuvée is actually referencing the county in which all of our vineyards lie. So to me, this is one of the best Yamhill Cuvées that I've tasted. And of course, I'm biased because it was my first vintage here, but we can all be biased and still be right. So now we're going to take a journey to the more savory side of Pinot Noir with our 2017 Evenstad Reserve Pinot Noir. This wine is comprised of some of our best single vineyard wines, so some wines that are very limited, like Grace, Côte Sud, Fleur de Lis, Gold Eagle, Mark Bradford. They always make their way into Evenstad Reserve, and we anchor this wine with Jerusalem Hill Vineyard, and now some Two Barns and Abbey Oaks vineyards as well. So one of the things that's amazing about the Evenstad Reserve is how it came to be. Ken and Grace Evenstad fell in love with Burgundy's model, which is mainly based on single vineyards or even partial portions of single vineyards. But when they decided to make wine in Oregon, they wanted to make something that was more consistent. And a way to make consistency is a consistency through blending. So you can use different vineyards to really create something that's a complete picture that could be more consistent vintage to vintage by the art of the blend. There's more intensity in this wine. There's that a little more savory aspect that I mentioned earlier. And that's truly the expression of Evenstad Reserve. And the 2017 is just putting an exclamation point on this wine. Wow. 2017 Grace Vineyard Pinot Noir. This wine's named after our owner, Grace Evenstad, and we planted this vineyard in 1996. It has this gracefulness to it that's almost unexplainable. There's a textural quality in this wine that I don't see anywhere else. I try to describe it as suede-like, so it's firm like leather, but smooth like velvet. The wine lends itself amazingly well to all of our best blends, including Monogram, Aspect, and even Evenstad Reserve. But as a standalone wine, it's absolutely stunning.